Hello, hello, everybody, everybody. What's cracking? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of everywhere, respect everybody's beliefs. Guys, when you're hearing this video, if you see this video in the future, please have an open mind. Please be open-minded when coming onto my channel. I know a lot of people are gonna attack me or whatnot, but I'm just making sure that you're aware. This is my channel. Just my thoughts and opinions, and I just basically vent out. So you are warned. Anyways, guys, respect everybody's beliefs. Anyways, guys, so what got me to this convo, it kind of it touched bases on everywhere, on everyday tasks, everyday life, everyday. It's just, I don't know, every day kind of you see it here and there, you know. And I know I have a coworker that is constantly praying over people and just constantly saying, religious things all the time. Now, this is where I say respect everybody's beliefs. Um, I know a lot of people with basically a lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of kids, let's just say a lot of kids grow up with their parents or whoever's raising them. That person that is raising them, be open minded, guys, is the person that is going to teach your kid, or if it's you in general, you're teaching your kid about this religious. Now, again, a lot of kids are forced, sounds pretty bad, but are forced onto beliefs because of their parents. If I say parents, it's whoever's raising them, basically. I don't know, it could be your grandparents, it can be your parents, it could be your mom, it could be your uncle, just in general. What the heck is that? But, so, take it from me, for instance. So that we can get on the subject here. My grandma raised me, and my grandpa raised me. My grandpa, he has his own thing, and I'll get to that in a sec. But my grandma, she believed, she's a Christian. So every single Sunday, as we were kids, we had to get up, get dressed, and go to church, and that was our routine. And I liked it when I was a kid, a little bit, but then since I was such an outcast, you know, I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how, well, not people, but kids around me, and so she would just take me, and again, I'm forced to go. I was forced. I can't stay home by myself. I can't say no. As a kid, you are forced to go everywhere with your parents, or like I said, whoever's raising you. So she would take me to church. We would pray. We would do all that other stuff. And growing up, me and my cousin, we were in the same household. My cousin had a father that he really couldn't keep in an apartment and stuff, so she came live with grandma. So we both had Christianity in us because of my grandma. As time progressed, my cousin came into a teenager, and again, this is where things get all over the place. So as a teenager, you can say no because you can stay home. You can actually stay home. You're not a child anymore. You can stay home alone. She went from being Christian to, bam, a Catholic. Again, respect everybody's beliefs. Now she is Catholic, and she went to a Catholic church, and again, respect everybody's beliefs. There is a lot of mixed emotions because my grandma's like, I didn't raise you like that. I raised you to be a Christian. And she just became Catholic. Now, this is where we branch out. We figure out what we believe in once our parents, like I said, we're kind of forced because of our parents to believe in something. I myself didn't understand it. I was like, okay, like I was just a stud. Like, okay. I get plenty of comments on me that, am I atheist? And I just say, no, I'm not atheist. It's a different terminology, but I believe, and this might sound cocky, but I believe in myself. And again, disrespect everybody's beliefs. I believe in myself. I didn't take an attachment towards Christian, because I didn't kind of understand it. And the way growing up, as when I was a kid, they had Bible study. We studied, we talked about different verses and each every day. And it just, to me as a kid, I was just like, it simmered through my head, but at the same time, I'm all like, I don't feel anything for it. And again, respect everybody's beliefs. It kind of mixed emotions. If you get offended by here, again, be open-minded. But Catholics, they preach to the Virgin Mary. They preach to different statues. I can name Virgin Mary just for the sake of it, because I don't know too much about Catholics, nor do I know too much about Christian. And again, respect everybody's beliefs. I see that they're preaching towards a statue that was once a person in life. Now we can hop over here with Christians. They're preaching to a God that basically put his life up there to represent that he sacrificed for all humanity. And again, be open-minded, stick with me. That person was once alive. So Chinese, they have a different algorithm too. They believe they believe in different things. Buddhists, you got Buddhists, you got Chinese. I haven't really researched too much about what Chinese actually preach to, but the Buddhists and their own gods. And then you go to the Hindus, and they preach about basically what I feel. For some odd reason, I kind of in the loop more on Indian style, like Indians. and some some Indians and Hindus and what's the other name for? I just feel like the Hindus, Indians, Pakistanians, those of that nature, they pray. I don't know what, I can't name of that elephant that it has several arms, because again I haven't really studied it. And then some of them are just like me, and it's all like mind, body, and soul. So that means I believe in myself. And it's all like it's okay to not believe in a person that was living on this earth. Now that it all comes down to a person that was once living on this earth. You're preaching to God Himself, Jesus, and then you're preaching to Virgin Mary. You're preaching to all these little saints. They were once on this earth. Now they've got a statue, and now you're preaching to them. Again, respect everybody's beliefs, but that's that makes sense to me when people believe in different things, because they need something to look up to. Now, on my behalf, I have grounded myself, and I'm all like, I don't really think I should be preaching to someone that was once here and someone that made a book and a script. Because you know what? I can do the same thing. I tell everybody, anybody that crosses my path, I tell them that I'm here to make an impact on the world, whether it's online, on the internet, or in person. I try my hardest to make an impact on them. I try uplifting people. I try being my natural self, and just make an impact. Give a heads up. I don't know, I don't want to say I'm a good person, but be a person that is uplifting, that you can get through this. But a lot of people, again, respect everybody's belief. A lot of people, when they get down in the dumps, that's what they start doing. They start praying. They pray to whatever they believe in. It may work for some, but it may not work for others. Because some is all like, I prayed for it, I prayed for it, I prayed for it to happen. And then whenever I hear pray, in my mind, since I believe in myself, I say manifest. Let that sink in. You either pray about some religious that you are in, or you believe in yourself and you manifest it through yourself. You talk to yourself through the universe. Again, you are like a key in this role in general to make the universe turn, to make it run. Whether it's working, talking to talking to family, friends, whatever, you're still a person. You're gonna make an impact. Now, a lot of people have here's another belief: a lucky charm, a charm, a rabbit's foot. A lot of people have this aura for a certain, like, that brings energy. I absolutely love that idea. Not idea, but that belief. Because since I grounded myself and I see, let's say for instance, it sounds kind of confusing. Hello, welcome in. Don't forget to say hi. Don't be shy. For instance, crystals. Guys, I know a lot of people that can pick up a crystal and feel a certain vibe, feel a certain energy. Picking up on energy is 1000% a gift. If you can pick up on an energy and feel something, it's a gift, guys. That like when if people can see ghosts, that's a gift. Respect everybody's beliefs. I understand. Some people don't believe life after death. Some people don't believe that when we die, we we go two places. Some people believe, just like me, if you're a trapped soul, we are souls. We if we have in a tragic accident, and it has proven a lot of times that if somebody, let's say somebody dies in the house unexpectedly, tragic accident, they, then all of a sudden the place is haunted. You're hearing noises, you're hearing creaks. It's not the house getting old, you're hearing things slam. Those are little lost souls. I don't know if you ever saw, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of movies that touch upon that. And I do believe in that if you're not fully ready to die and something happens in your household and now your body's there but your soul is lost. Hello, welcome in. And I totally understand ghosts. It makes so much sense how things happen. And again, respect everybody's beliefs. There are bad entities that will harm you if you open the gates. Now, some people don't believe in that because it kind of sounds wrong, but, and I'm going to be open minded, but evil is a lot stronger. And I'm just going to leave it like that. That, again, and it's what people's beliefs is what be like, you don't let that evil in your life. You don't let that evil spirit in your life. And you take control of it. And sometimes, even in movies and in real life, they call it exorcism. That happens all the time. People just don't see it. There is not just in movies, it's actual real life. And again, respect everybody's beliefs. Give me a second. So, let me drink some H2O. There's a whole bunch of beliefs out there. You can choose them whenever you want. I totally understand. But don't rub on people and constantly do that. Now, what got me a little bit to the subject is every single Sunday and every now and then, Ash Tuesday, and every now and then, just randomness. I don't know. But in my apartments, I get a knock on my door all the time on a Sunday. And sometimes it's not the same people. And you're like, oh, okay, well, those are Jews. And again, respect everybody's religious. The Jews are knocking at your door. I don't know, there's so many beliefs. It's just crazy. And my grandma calls them the hallelujahs. She's like, oh, who's knocking at the door? The hallelujahs. And there's some that will take it to the extreme and they'll knock at your door. And sometimes, since I'm in a Hispanic community, they're like, come to this church. They're trying to speak English, but they said the church is open, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they give you a brochure, and or they want to preach to you. Now, the church people that, I don't know what church they're in. I don't know. It could be Christian. It could be Catholic. I'm not sure because I really don't answer the door for that. Now, there's some people that knock on your door and they say, we want to pray for you and this and this and that. But if you don't believe, you should believe. Now, there's some of them that are like that. But now this world has gotten a little bit open-minded, at least. But there are some people out there that just kind of shove it in your face. Like, you have to believe in a God. You have to believe in something. And it's all like, dude, excuse me, tap on the shoulder. Can you not believe in yourself that you can succeed in this world without doing that? Because I'm here to prove a point that you can. Hello, welcome in. But do you catch my drift? I understand people believe in stuff, and it's just like, don't rub it off like, give you, oh, here, I'm going to give you a Bible, blah, blah, blah. I don't even touch that. I try not to touch a Bible. I try not to touch it because I am an energy. If it gets disturbed, I feel weird. I feel weird in a certain way. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to tell you a story where it's like, will it put me to believe in something? Here's a story that may be like, oh, it's time to open your eyes to believe in God himself. Okay. I know that stuff. I know, I understand. One time, hold on, go just spinning as well. I was drinking and driving. And I just wanted to I just wanted to get out there and take a breeze and everything else. And then, I don't know, I knew I couldn't drive, but I still wanted to. Because I was going through a lot of stuff. And then, I'm over here driving. Now, my car came with a cross. I don't disturb its peace. I'm not going to remove it. It stays there. Do I believe in anything? Hear me out. I do believe there's certain entities out there that are trying to tell you stuff. So just let that be. So I'm driving, and I'm all like, I'm kind of falling asleep, like, because I've been drinking. So I'm on the steering wheel, and then I kind of like slanted my head because I was tired, and then all of a sudden that cross got on my hand, and then it woke me up because I'm like, what's this cross doing in my hand? And I'm over here driving while the cross is in my hand, and I made it home. Now you can say, you see, that will make you believe in God himself. No, I understand. It kind of sounds wrong, but I understand that entity, that God got me home safe. Now, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, oh my God, now I'm a believer in God, blah, 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 blah. So I can do the same with any object. Now, again, it sounds pretty wrong, but hear me out. Since crystals have a great energy sometimes, you got these chakras. Now, I have chakras stones all over my house. It's a piece of energy, and they're real chakra stones. And you can feel the energy towards them. I believe that energy is in some sort. And that's why people are the way they are, because they preach to a statue that was once a person. You gotta understand there's certain types of energy. I'm rambling on too much, but this is a really good topic, and it got me going. But hear me out. Don't rub your religion all over people. That literally bothers me. Now, here's a thing called reborn Christian, born again Christian. They call it reborn Christian, born again Christian. A lot of people call it different terminologies. That's person that went back to, you know, this is crazy. So I know this guy that's reborn Christian, whatever, at my job, and they got a brochure for what was it? A church. What church was it? I don't remember what church it was. Dang. It's a certain type of church. Hold on, let me see something real quick. And this video might be a little bit longer. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, welcome in. Oh man, I think it was a Jew church. So he grabs that pamphlet, that little brochure, and he starts ripping it apart. Man, we don't believe in that stuff. And I'm like, bro, you're a Christian. Well, we're born a Christian. Yeah, respect everybody's beliefs. Not everybody's gonna believe in the Lord and Savior over here. And it kind of ticked me off because I'm like, from a Christian, I thought hatred was not a thing. Because you're not supposed to hate. I don't know. It just gets me a lot of mixed emotions when people hate other people's religions because they don't understand them. So I put types of religions too. Islam, guys. Ooh. You know, every like Hindu, Indian, Native American, all that's such a good idea. And you because it's mind, body, soul, and it's a grounding. When I see that kind of stuff, it's just like I don't know. It really does affect me. Now you can't like I think I saw a TikTok. When did I see the TikTok? About rubbing religious all over people because the Zeus. So people believe in Zeus. People believe in what is the name of that? It's a certain thing for the every month. My brain. Be like the people be like, oh, she's passing out. You see? But yeah, just understand why people are the way they are. I always say, when a person comes down in the dumps, they start praying about it and asking for something better. And it just gets me confused. But at the same time, I'm all like, okay. They pray for, okay, let's just say this. They pray because they are going, oh, it just sounds so bad, but their life is not going great. So they're praying about it. And it's all like, in my eyes, I'm respecting that. I fully respect that. But in my eyes, I'm all like, why are you praying for things to get better? Why are you praying for things to get better? Because in my mindset, if I want things to get better, I I have to make it better. I have to figure out how am I going to get better. I have to see how I can better that circumstance, that situation. This is where I'm talking about people don't believe in themselves. A lot of people put themselves down. If you can either pray about it and hope that it happens, or you can actually just do it and do something. Don't do, people all the time, I'm praying to get a job, I'm praying to get a job, and don't pray to get a job. Go out there and put yourself out there. You do that. The universe is telling you to focus on yourself. This may be a little bit longer than a 31-minute video because I'm rambling on. Like, this topic got me hot because religious does get a lot of people going, and this is why you can't really talk about religious at work. You're not supposed to. It's forbidden, but people do it all the time. But it is a topic, and I respect everybody's beliefs, but you got to understand, you only live on this earth once. You live every day, if you do live every day, because we don't know what's going to happen overnight. But we live on this universe once. Put your morals there. At the same time, think the situation over. Don't just jump to conclusion. Think it over. Figure it out. Life is a puzzle, guys. Life is a puzzle. We need to figure it out. Better ourselves. If you're only individual such as me, you figure it out. If you're an individual that has kids, you figure it out for yourself as well as for your kids. I know one person that has kids. Has 3 kids now, 4 kids, I'm not sure. But when they were maybe 5 years younger, they didn't want kids. They didn't care for kids. It's like, no, I don't want my kid. I want to live my life, right? Now, it's all like, now they feel like they can't live without their kids. And it's just a normal feeling. Like their kid is the whole world. And then that brought peace to the parent, whoever the parent is, the mother or the father or whatnot. But I see that all the time. And that's just the world, and I respect that. I'm like, yeah, where were you? Did you believe in yourself? And did you understand life before the kids? No. Now the kids happen, now you understand life, and now you're understanding why you have been put on this earth. Now, this kind of sounds wrong. Not kind of, but it does sound wrong. But we are not here on this earth to do the casualty, to grow up, get a husband or wife, well, be in a relationship, and there's another one too, and get kids, and let their kids grow for their kids, and the kids have kids, and then the other kids have kids. We're not in here to do all that. Sure, it should happen that way because that's the way the universe wants you to think. That you're on this world to have kids, so that way kids can take care of you when you get old. Every single old person I have met that's older than 60s, I ask them, and go ask them, go ask them. Some, I can't say the whole scenario, but go ask them, are your kids taking care of you right now? Go ask them. I asked two of my coworkers. I said, that are old. They're around, well, yeah, they're 60, about 65. And I asked them, are your kids taking care of you now? Because that's the whole universe. The world wants you to think that you're supposed to have kids because in case you get old. That's the way the world is. You can't change it. And it's all like, that's a false. That should be classified like that. That's what the heck? Because that don't make any sense to me. Sure, I mean, again, be open-minded and come into this channel. Hello, welcome in. I get it all the time that, people just don't see my reality, and there's some people that see, but not a lot. And that's one thing that, you gotta figure it out. There was a TikTok video I seen that he says, show me where in the Bible does it say girlfriend. It always says wife. So there's not really a section where there's, or a placement for a girlfriend. It's automatically a wife or a husband. And it's all like, yeah, why is that? Because they didn't believe in girlfriends. They believed in love at first sight. Instant. You should never be a girlfriend, a relationship like that. Boyfriend, girlfriend. There's no such thing. And it's just like, it's mind blowing because you can definitely see in most of religious and people's beliefs, it's an instant. And some Hindus and Indians, they believe in several wives. Again, respect. I respect that. To me, I respect that. I respect that some of these Hindus and Indians and stuff, they have 15 wives. I respect that. Now, that's not being, because it's all about the money. Sure, it could be all about the money, but the success behind it as well. Like, it's a whole world pool. Literally, you got to go deep and down to the depths of why these men have over 10 wives. It's a long history, and I dig it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not weird. I am weird. Hello, welcome in. But yeah, so respect people's beliefs, guys. No matter what it is, if they're grounding themselves and they're understanding themselves, let it all be for it. If they want to preach to a certain statue, let it be. If they want to pull out a rug from underneath and then start praying to their gods, let them believe. I let people believe in whatever they want to believe. And in the end, you are a single person that needs to figure out sometimes if you should believe or not believe. So I always say this in my videos some of the times, and I've talked about this, but I do want to make it another video too. But will you go to the dark alley, or will you go to the light alley? That is the question. Dark alley versus light alley, dark path or light path? Do you want a challenge in life, or do you want it easy in life? Let that sink in. Because a lot of people will choose the light path, but it's not always light. The people won't choose the dark path because they think of automatically bad things. If you're going to choose a path, which path would you take? Let that sink in. You know, all the time I see someone struggling, and it's all like, and once they, I know one coworker that just constantly is talking about, bless you, oh, thank you, you know, you're so awesome, you're so amazing. Just let you know that God Himself has told me to tell you this. And some people have a gift. Some people just, their mindset is like religious, and they haven't opened their mind not to be religious and just to be a person. Like that coworker that I have, he just constantly, oh, you know, oh, thank Jesus for this, thank you God for this, thank you Lord Himself, blah blah blah. You know, and also too, guys, science, guys, science. People believe in science. Don't get me wrong, and be open-minded. Science plays a lot in this universe and in this world. Without science, we would not have the things that we have. People believe, when they believe in a God, they automatically think about that God. And it's all like, which one is the right one? My battery's at 15%, but we're about to head out. Is it, who made the trees? God made the trees. God made the trees. God made the birds. God made this. Without God, we won't have this. Again, respect everybody's beliefs. I respect that. Cool. But in biology, you are taught how cells work. In science class, biology/science class, we are taught how things are, how fish are, how an animal works, how a human works, how cells develop, how bees take nectar from one unit of a flower to another unit of a flower. How the world works is questionable for a lot of people, guys. For a lot of people, and science has to play a role in it. And again, be open-minded. If you believe in science, let me know in that comment section, because that is key. That is role. If you leave a piece of bread closed up in a container, what will happen? Life would form. It's going to be larva, but it's a life. So take that in consideration. Enclose something, make something be humid. Oh, now you're gonna get mold. That's a new form of life. That's something, that's the chemistry, the way things are like. I'm saying so much. But yeah, guys, if you catch my drift, let me know. I believe in myself, and I'm gonna continue to believe in myself. There are many religious out there beliefs. I can choose a path any day, anytime, and look up in this video and be like, wow. But at the same time, ground yourself, talk to yourself, mind, body, and soul. Put your mind, body, and soul to it. You got it. It's key. The universe is looking at you and is telling you right in front of your eyes what to do in life. You make the choices for yourself. You choose that path. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what religious are you? I respect every religious, and I respect the beliefs. So guys, respect everybody's beliefs. Be open-minded video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.